In middle school, a 13-year-old girl gathers all her courage to confess her feelings to a boy she likes. What happens next becomes a moment everyone remembers, and it changes the direction of her life. Hurt but determined, she chooses a new path built on training, studying, and self-respect. Years later, at a university awards ceremony, the past shows up again in a way she never expected. Chapter 1: The Hallway Confession. I still remember what middle school hallways sounded like. Lockers slamming, shoes squeaking, and laughter bouncing off the walls like it would last forever. Back then she was 13, the kind of girl who tried to take up less space, even though people already acted like she took up too much. She kept her hair neat, did her best to smile, and carried her books like they were armor. And then there was him, also 13. He had that easy confidence some kids seem to be born with. He joked loud, moved like the school belonged to him, and always had an audience. For weeks, she had been holding a secret like it was a warm stone in her pocket. She liked him. Not just a small crush. She liked him enough to rehearse conversations in her head, enough to believe that if she said the right words, maybe he would see her the way she felt inside one afternoon. She decided she couldn't carry it anymore. She found him near the courtyard, with other students nearby. Her hands trembled as she stepped closer. I wasn't one of the kids in the circle, but I heard about it later from people who were. The details spread fast, like they always do when someone is vulnerable in public. She told him she liked him. Simple, honest, direct. For a moment it got quiet. Then he laughed, not a small nervous laugh. A loud one, the kind that invites others to join in. And people did. He looked her up and down and said something cruel about her body, something that turned her private bravery into a public joke, that he rejected her right there, in front of everyone, like humiliating her was part of the entertainment. Her face went hot. Her eyes filled, but she tried not to cry. She turned away and walked off as fast as she could without running. That day didn't just hurt her feelings. It tried to rewrite how she saw herself. Chapter 2: The Decision Nobody Saw. Humiliation is loud in the moment, but it gets even louder later when you're alone. You replay it, edit it, and somehow the scene becomes worse every time. For a few days, she moved through school like a ghost. She kept her head down. She ate lunch fast. She avoided the courtyard. She told herself she didn't care, but her chest tightened every time she heard laughter. Then something changed, not overnight, not with a dramatic speech. It was quieter than that point one night at home. She sat at her desk and opened a notebook. On the first page she wrote 2 words, training and grades. She didn't write revenge. She didn't write popularity. She wrote the 2 things she could control. The next morning, she woke up early. She put on whatever workout clothes she had and started walking. At first it was just a walk around the block, breath visible in the cool air, legs heavy with doubt. But she showed up again the next day. And the next at AT school, she stopped begging her attention toward people who didn't value it. She started going to the library. She asked questions in class even when her voice shook. She studied like her future depended on it, because it did. Some days she wanted to quit. Some days she felt like nothing was changing. But discipline doesn't wait for motivation. Discipline is what you do when motivation disappears. And slowly, the girl who had been embarrassed in public began building something in private, self-respect. Chapter 3: Years of Work, Not One Magic Moment. People love transformation stories because they want one turning point, one montage, one perfect moment where everything clicks. But her change wasn't magic. It was repetition. In high school, she kept training. She joined sports. She learned how to run when her lungs burned, how to lift when her arms shook, how to keep going when her mind begged her to stop. She also kept studying. While others chased quick popularity, she built real skills. She learned time management. She learned to take criticism without breaking. She learned that progress isn't loud, it's consistent. And she didn't do it alone. A counselor at school noticed her effort and guided her toward academic opportunities. Later, at the university, a mentor pushed her to apply for programs she thought were for other people. Coaches helped her refine her technique. Teammates became friends who valued her grit, not her appearance. By the time she was 23, she wasn't the same person who had stood frozen in a middle school courtyard. She was a university student with strong grades, an athlete with real results, and a woman who had learned a powerful truth. Your life gets better when you stop asking for permission to improve. Chapter 4: The Ceremony and the Unexpected Visitor. The university auditorium glowed with warm lights. Families filled the seats. Cameras were out. The stage looked bigger than life. That night, She was there for an award recognizing remarkable development as both a student and a sportwoman. Not because someone felt sorry for her, because she earned it. Backstage, she held her speech card and breathed slowly, steadying her nerves. When they called her name, she walked onto the stage with her shoulders back. Applause rolled through the room. She accepted the trophy, the medal, and the handshake. For a second, she let herself feel it. Years of early mornings, sore muscles, late-night studying, and quiet tears turning into a moment nobody could take away. Then she saw him. He was 23 now too, but life hadn't been kind, and it wasn't because of fate. It was because of choices. Word around their old neighborhood was that he never even graduated high school. He bounced between jobs, made excuses, blamed other people, and stayed stuck. He stood at the edge of the crowd like he didn't belong, watching her like she was a door he wanted to open. When the ceremony ended and people gathered to congratulate her, he moved in fast. His smile looked practiced. His voice sounded sweet in a way that didn't match his eyes. He talked like they had history, like he had always believed in her, like the past could be erased if he said the right lines. But she didn't flinch. She didn't shrink. She didn't pretend. She listened long enough to understand the reason he came. Not respect, not apology, not pride in her growth. Interest, and she had outgrown being someone's backup plan. Chapter 5. The Power of No. I've learned that confidence isn't always loud. Sometimes it's one calm sentence. She looked at him and spoke clearly. She didn't insult him. She didn't try to win with cruelty. She simply set a boundary that years ago she didn't know she was allowed to set. She made it clear she remembered what happened in middle school. She made it clear she wasn't confused about why he was standing there now. And she made it clear she wasn't interested in reopening a door that had been slammed in her face. For a moment, he didn't know what to do. He expected the old version of her, the girl who apologized for existing, the girl who would be grateful for any attention. But that girl was gone. A few steps away stood her boyfriend, a kind, handsome young man who treated her with real respect. Around them were friends who cheered her on, who knew her work ethic, who valued her character. She turned away from the past and walked toward the people who loved her in the present. And that's the real victory, not proving someone wrong, but building a life so strong that their opinion can't reach you anymore. Her trophy wasn't the most impressive thing she carried that night. That IT was her self-worth. If this story motivated you, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video, and give this video a like. Comment what lesson hit you the most, and share this video with someone who needs a reminder that discipline and self-respect can change a life.